here we go. Already, the slow is happening here to Zeus, and we got Carrier and Owner and
Level
Kuma
1.
all coming in. There's the slam into the wall. Perfect's in a bit of trouble, and he doesn't have flash. He's going to go down to the 6 already. T1. Not sure if that was a bait or what, but Perfect absolutely overchases and gets punished. And speaking of which, we are just going to face check and die. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but Guma has 2 kills
We
now.
got to a bit of tilt, and the fact that out of the, I imagine, what, like 10, 12 CS that he could have gotten, he's only gotten 4. That's not good.
Yeah, nice little angle here onto the Senna. Barrel almost definitely going to have to flash. Doesn't even bother. He's just going to take the death and die.
So big thing with the Senna is if your team is sort of even. Oh.
Yeah, Barrel's in a rough spot here. He does have his flash. He will flash that one. Here comes BDD. He's just going to be swept away. And he is super low Barrel as well. A big bop coming over the top, but I think they have the chase potential. One more auto would do it. Baker will get the kill. They have gone very deep for this, though. As Carrier thinking about helping out. He's not level 6 yet. As now Pioshik not going to hit anything.
Doesn't have flash.
And there's a disengage cone right here, so KT just had to back away. It's just
and you're into plenty of picks that scale exceptionally well. On top of that, you know, the Senna, we talk about the value this pick can have, but if you're behind, people will just die. Like, you won't get a chance to sustain them up when a Ziggs ult and Q is just deleting them from the map. Especially, it's definitely looking a bit difficult. And now Def chunked out here. Wow. Again, doesn't have the blood.
Yeah, there's Carrier, and he just swings by, hits him once, drops the ignite, and gets the kill. And Def doesn't. I don't think the ult even hit him.
I think it was Ignite Buckler.
I think he just autoed once and ignited. And that was it. I mean, Def doesn't exist right now. Zeus, does he exist is the question. He's still got a flash. Meanwhile, there's a fight going on between the supports, and Carrier's winning that one big time. Can he actually get the kill? Yes, he can. And now he's on the run here. Might be in a bit of trouble, especially with the TP coming in. But Perfect basically just TPs for nothing. And they eventually kill Carrier, while Baker's basically just plopping it on the heads of every enemy that's in his range. And nobody gets to play the game against his fed Ziggs. Meanwhile, Barrel, well, he's in the game, but he's not really, as he's dead again for the 4th time at 13 minutes. And there's the satchel coming in, maybe asleep here. There's the flash as well. He does have teammates nearby, but not quite close enough, as Guma finally does get punished. And now Owner will go down as well, and finally KT gets something on the map.
Great bait by Barrel there.
Yeah! Classic Barrel!
A lot of resources burned by T1. A bit of an overcommit. More happening.
Yeah, Carrier's just kind of getting in there, and this is actually a bait because the TP's here, Baker's here as well. Dev is just dead, and now Baker gets the scoop here on a Pioshik. Nice Senna ult to help out, and BDD is desperate, but the Condemn comes in, and the knock into the wall is exactly what you were talking about. You're just up against the wall forever, and now the Vayne is going way too deep for this, actually, and will get punished. BDD will survive.
The healing there means that BDD doesn't die. Is that enough?
Here we go again.
I don't think so.
Owner gonna miss his ult. Also went for the Zeeks here. Pretty common on Skarner, I guess. One of the only junglers as a tank in the jungle to actually still get that item. Baker just gonna take out a turret, and this is the second.
T1 have already taken all of the outer towers. It's 16 minutes, and it's so easy for them just to look and threaten these tier 2s. That's 1 down already. And they can just repeat.
Yeah, it's not.
Don't let Zeus pick Vayne.
It's not just Perfect. I think Deft and Barrel have also definitely struggled, but I do think a lot of the effects follow as
very nice
BDD.
knock up here. BDD, man, this is one way you could still win the game. As the denial from Cario is insane. It's still going to be a kill, but now they're in a bit of trouble as so many low health bars. We got the TP coming in. Nice stasis from the side of Pioshik as Barrel is burning down a bit, but nobody has actually died yet.
Guma just uses W aggressively.
Cassante.
Yeah, here comes the Cassante. It is 4v5 for now. TP available, though, as Owner just trying to get away. It doesn't look like they want to fight this one just yet. They have the Azir turret, and Perfect is walking over every single mine that he can find. And yeah, they're just able to disengage. KT doesn't have the best engage at the end of the day anyway.
Also, Perfect, he's got the Frozen Fist and now going towards more armor, but Vayne does true damage, and Baker and Guma do magic damage.
Nowadays, as Guma is just really not missing anything.
It really is night and day as well when you compare Guma's individual Zig performance to when we were at the start of the playoffs, right? And given how important of a pick it is on the patch, that shouldn't come as a surprise, but it definitely is a really big reason of why this...
Just Uma ult. I think Beryl might die to that, but I hope we get to see it for science, obviously.
Yeah, by the way, they still had the Rift Herald, so they just saved it until 23 minutes, and now they're using it to push down the mid wave and the mid lane and try to really get into those turrets. Faker going 1v1 against BDD, who eventually does have to rebind, but the rest of T1 are just pushing mid, and this is what...
Yep.
Yeah.
Started up, why not?
And, I mean, their Baron damage is just disgusting with the Vayne, with the Azir, with the Ziggs, who isn't even hitting it. He's just zoning Pyosik away. That is 2 abilities, I guess 3, just going to be thrown in, and Perfect's like, I'm here, guys, I'm ready to help. And the Baron's gone.
They adapted pretty well.
They pivoted really well. It's actually very impressive. Well, TP behind. Hail Mary.
BDD he's still trying his best, but now he doesn't have a health bar. And with Baron buff, this is just even more oppressive because your siege is already fantastic with just the one guy. And, you know, you have some healing, you have some ability to, yeah. But not really.
Well, he's got
10,000 gold behind.
He's got ult again. With the slow hit from... I think if the slow hits from Ona on Beryl, they can just ult.
Yeah, force a flash.
It's so funny because Beryl is actually healing, but it just doesn't matter. Even the Luden's proc!
Oh no, Beryl! Oh no! And the ult, you know, optimistic, but they do get the heal. And I guess that's something. They already got 2 inhibitors, rather, and they're going for number 3. And here we go, the Impale comes in, gets double flash away from them, just burning, just eating the summoners as they're trying to get on top of Zeus, and they might just do that, but who cares about Zeus when Kuma is this fed on the Ziggs? And you got the 1 carry, but you didn't get the other 2. BDD desperate to try to take something down, but guys, this game is over, and it is out as T1 are looking to take down game number 1 in flying fashion here in this finals of the regional qualifiers as one last-ditch attempt from Deft, but this one is done, so 26.5 minutes and game 1. See if he can do so. Pyosik, yeah, he's just level 3. He's coming in behind Faker as they do know that the Skarner is here, and now Faker going to be knocked towards the wall. He does dodge the knock-up here. He goes for the ghost, but he's basically just running in circles waiting for Owner to come on over, who is going to bail him out. But now a bit of damage into Owner as well. The Unbind comes in and forces the flash from Owner. The flash on in for BDD, and he gets first blood just like that.
And this is the bleed out.
That's what ends up being the main issue. Because as we can see, initial setup here, not finding the Q3 and not finding the wall slam. With the ghost.
Keep going.
It's just not enough. And
go for Vi.
The fact that Owner, I think, could have flashed a lot earlier here and denied a lot of the Skarner damage.
Got him.
Could have probably kept him alive.
I'm just questioning because surely they knew that Pyosik was there. I think Faker should have just...
A little bit of a trap. I mean, Beryl's here as well, and could try to go for it, though. The flash on in. The Ornhorn going to be blown here as well. Perfect. Not even bothering to flash, and it's going to bite him back as that is the kill. Owner comes in and just way too much.
Less impactful souls still on the map. We'll see which Rift we are going to get, and it's Cloud, which there's a lot of members that I think use the Cloud Rift really well here on either side.
Yeah, I honestly don't think Cloud is that bad. Obviously, something like a Hex deck is the ideal, but particularly the Nasus benefits a lot from that movement speed at close distance.
Trying to clear the wave here. He's got Keria to just stasis everything up there, and this is an Ornn as the Impale will come in, but the stun is there from Keria, and the knockup from the Ornn, but Deft, he lives just barely, and eventually does go down to Keria's auto. Beryl as well is going to bite the dust eventually as Faker comes in, just collects a kill.
Or something on Faker. Again, I think this Nasus is very, very weak, but already reinforcements on the way here for T1.
Yeah, and I mean the setup here from the side of T1, especially because Pyosik is just
dead. He's just
alone farming in the jungle. I mean, he's Skarner. He can go through walls. Surely he's dead.
Yeah, he's going through walls towards T1's base.
Yeah, only question is who gets the kill. It will be the Vi. Using that gold pretty well, as you mentioned before, Chronicler, and
on the space. Zeus on the flank has his ultimate available.
It's about to get very interesting. Let's see, BDD looking for the knockup, and now the Ornhorn's going to be called. Nice little angle, but a big engage from Barrel into the equalizer, and Impale! It's just a massive wombo that comes in. T1 are trying to turn something. They do get the 1 kill, and a massive Bard ult as well. But at the end of the day, do they have the follow-up damage to kill any of these low health members is the question. Guma trying his best to do exactly that, but he can't get the 1 kill. Keria is going to go down, and BDD is still alive. And it's Guma Usier bus, but he is gone as KT winning.
BDD can cancel Fakers, right? So if BDD decides to teleport in, there isn't really a whole lot that Faker can do besides try to damage him as much as possible, as Barrel does not care about your measly turret. They will just slam this down.
End up giving over Soul Point if they don't move quickly. It's already half HP. It is a Skarner can get over walls though.
They're going to get the ults from Keria in there, and yeah, the Skarner goes in, and it just goes over to Pyosik, and they do have this magical journey. Barrel trying to follow, but he just says, no, it's not worth it. We got the Drake.
Vaccine coming into the day. As a reminder, there is no more LCK after this. This is the final fight between these two teams. Whoever wins this best of 5 goes to Worlds. For the loser, it's over as BDD. He's going deep.
Yeah, just doing Yone things, and the Ziggs does not very much like that or appreciate it.
He didn't hit so much.
Yeah.
It's just saying, I have to go in.
95. Oh. There, and obviously a lot of damage coming in. The equalizer being dropped.
Don't go too far.
Like Guma or Owner in the long run is going to be something that KT can rely on to set up for these dives, right? Like 1 or 2 Ws alone could be enough.
Okay, that is a big committal, but it's a Keria ult to deny all the damage, and now T1 are perfectly set up for the wombo combo once again. Equalizer comes down, it's a perfect angle from Perfect, and T1 are burnt to a crisp as KT will win the fight and will take the Baron.
The anti-synergy
not enough damage just between BD and Def that the CC combo of Barrel and Pyosik ends up being absolutely huge. And of course, T1 heavily over-investing is not going to get in, but they get the turret, and that's the main goal.
Yeah. I mean, with the Baron just trying to really escalate your gold lead, and now trying to flash on a guy who's invisible, and Owner has to go in. Bit of damage to Ziggs ult over the top, and they finally do get Perfect. It's a trade 1-for-1, but Faker is probably going to go down. This is a pretty decent Bard ult, but it's only going to delay the inevitable as Faker, super low, he's in the back line, gets ulted on, down he will go. It's a triple for Deft, who is just running around the fight.
KT were just warming up in game 1. We saw in this series against BNK Fearex yesterday that game 1 was a slow one, not the best performance, but they have ramped up and they are here to contest for that world spot.
Stealth means that there isn't an opportunity for Owner. And yeah, eventually they get the turn on the Perfect, but...
Well, this is just insult to injury. Guma doesn't have flash, and I think eventually should die. There you go. Pyosik just gonna bop him on the head with a claw. And it's just a caught Ziggs. Trying to satchel over a wall.
Too much progress with just that wave.
And over the last couple of years, it's important to note as well that now that the Kai'Sa is online, he is getting bonked on the head.
Yeah, Def just is in melee range against a big Nasus who isn't very fed, but actually it's just a bait all along. As Faker's running the other way. There's a Bard ult. Faker's like, I need more stacks. Hold on. Not the best timing there, and now this fight is very broken up. That's a double impale, and both of these guys are just dead. As is just caught in the crossfire. He's going to be going down as well. KT just crossing their eyes, crossing their T's, dotting their eyes rather. As Faker is still just holding the wave, trying to keep the game alive.
He's just building stacks, right? It's what Nasus does.
Still farming.
Yeah,
eventually he'll get there.
Barrel's going to win this 1v1. Unfortunately, BDD on the way as well.
I mean, I guess he held the wave, but...
Yeah, BDD even QSS the Wither, so... he just need to hit a Q at some point.
Dodge everything! Nah, he's trying his best. I mean, the Nasus can be pretty funky like this. The ult will be committed to, as BDD has had enough, and they do take him down.
Yeah, surprise Scorpion showing up
He
at
was
the end.
the only one in game 1, so... Now he's got a team behind him, and KT... 10,000 gold ahead almost, are looking for their second Baron.
All they got to do is turn. Just don't flip, don't risk giving it over. As long as Owner isn't allowed near the pit, does have flash and ult.
Well, they're trying to keep him out of the pit, and there is the turn. A lot of wombo combo bouncy castle behind the wall there.
Dead.
Yeah, BDD goes down. And Baker's pretty tanky, a big impale, but Pyosik getting low. I think the wallets might just be a bit too heavy though. A pretty decent fight, all things considered, but the wallets are there for the side of KT. Extremely messy, and T1 will deny the Baron for now.
It's not clean, but it's KT. Everything's fine. They have enough threats.
Damage avoidance
Well,
from them.
you think of a BDD stepping out up there.
Oh, okay. The Zonya's going to have some big value there as BDD finds Guma, and you see the Ornn is desperate to try to save him, but he will go down anyway, and BDD will survive. The wallets are just gigantic right now on the side of KT. They take down the two carries, and that might just do it. KT Rolster looking for their first win in the series. Zay is desperate to just try to stop the wave from going down, but the TP will come in. And it's only Keria as Steph 1 kill away from Legendary, I believe, here, as they will look to push to end and win game 2.
And this best of 5 after game 1 looked a little dicey, but KT bounced back in a big way. And the telecom war continues for this final world spot as the Nexus falls here in game number 2.
The Nexus will fall, and we do for the grubs. And KT Rolster with the Ivern are utilizing that zone control very well. But in goes Beryl. He says, enough of the zone control. I'm just going to put my face in it. And he does do that, and he's probably dead as the knockup comes in. He gets a shield, though. Stays alive for a very long period of time, but eventually does go down. First blood goes to Faker. And all going to be thrown out here by Guma, who is level 6.
Desperately need his Guma, does have his flash, low on mana, doesn't have his satchel.
Yeah, he just used it for poke. Here comes Deft, trying to come in, gets the Q down. Guma will flash away, some mines on the ground, but one Q could do it, or just an auto, as Deft is just going to take...
numbers as much as something like a Sivir or a Tristana, or even a lot of your traditional AD carries.
And just get it for your Sivir. And your Jax as well in that Supreme late game. Definitely going to want that with some side lane threats. As here we go. Going to try to come in here. The knockup comes in. There's that TP you guys are talking about. And now Faker in a really rough spot. He's going to get Bartled, but there's really nobody to save him as Beryl takes a bit of damage, but will survive with the help of the Ivern. And this is the exact
Find
fight.
the shields from Ivan. You know, we see Leona being one of these supports who feels so tanky in the front line, but it's emphasized so much more.
Oh, this is, with Keria here, it's just not really going to happen, and KT will call that off as well. So I'm just going to take this bot turret.
Yep, good angle found there. Perfect moving over to cover, but a lot of poke coming down on a KT. They do have a redemption to kind of mitigate all the poke just before the fight, but you can see Deft about half HP already now.
Just waiting for the engage from the side of T1. There it is. They're going to throw it straight into Pyosik. They know he doesn't have it, but he has actually a stopwatch, and he will be going down. That's a kill already on the Deft as Zeus just got in and murdered him, as that is 3 to the side of T1. And they will...
Remember, Pyosik, who doesn't have the flash from that earlier play, turned that into a satchel mid, and now T1 starting
with the 6 ult.
Yeah, I was like, again, I got baited like Wolf in Atlas.
Did he not get the blue buff?
He got the blue buff.
Mission successful. Didn't even ban flash for it.
It's telling, though, that like this dragon is just going to go over to T1. They're going to get the inner. Yeah. I don't think KT's going to be in a position to contest.
But KT got the objective bounty.
Yeah, that is very true, Valdez.
Yeah, it's really T1 getting the most value. They won that team fight. They knew they could go Baron immediately. Getting the value from the Baron, taking so much in terms of structures.
The Baron, actually, and now the Dragon, and now all the turrets. It really was kind of on a knife's edge in this one. T1 were
15
ahead.
seconds on the Baron, so basically one wave to try and crash in and get this, and they'll use the wall to do so.
The ult's going to be thrown towards Leona. Beryl just says, okay, I'm going in, and he's dead. Now we're going to have people trying to get close, and that's the issue with the Sivir. He's able to stop some, but he has to get so close to the fire. And T1 so far ahead at this point, and now with both Deft and Beryl gone, looks like T1 are looking to take an even bigger chunk out of this game 3.
Not a lot to be done here. Zay is just able to hook shot with impunity. I say that.
Got the ultimate. I mean, he's just going to use it here on the Jax. He's just frontlining. Even if he went down, this is a good trade. And he's still alive, still getting hook shots in, still getting stunts down. And T1 just biting off
the
even.
Big treads on the Corki.
Yeah.
Yeah, how could you forget the Merc tread?
Oh, for half
the
a mention.
Corki. Little engage here from Beryl, but at the end of the day, he uses his satchel defensively, and Beryl's dead. And the timing this time with the Bard is fantastic, as Death will actually run away. Keria getting pretty close to the sun, and now it's Zeus who does take that magical journey in and is looking to end this game. I see one a little bit low on the health bars, but there's the knock up, the stun onto Perfect. He's got to flash away. Zeus is not going to let them get away at this point in time. Depth's desperate to try to do something, but he will be taken down, and so will BDD. So those two short-range carries will be taken out of the game, and T1 will look to end it.
And the imminent end, possibly to the last dance, can be felt as this third Nexus is going to fall. T1 going to go up to match point. Not a guaranteed win for them. I still think get help. I don't know if he's going to be able to survive through this.
Let's see if BDD, he's right next to Faker. He cannot TP in here, and there's a lot of damage already in a Perfect as Owner tanks it up. He flashes away. Pyosik makes his way
into a fairly oppressive bot side. If you are that scared to take the 2v2, Pyosik's sitting here as well.
Yeah, it's Guma and Keria. Guma does have an arrow, and the door will be held. The cleanse comes through, but Guma's in a lot of trouble. Beryl getting under that tower, though, takes a ton of damage. Does not matter. They bring everybody in here, but now the follow-up from T1. They get the kill onto the tree, and now they're going to get the flash at a Beryl as well. So at the end of the day, to clear the wave and not get dove here.
Possible dive. We do have Owner on the opposite end of the map.
Yeah, Keria's always been in the right spot to deal with this, as in the 1v1, Guma says, okay, I'm just going to get a cleanse, gathers it here. So knockup is going to miss, and BD doesn't do much, but the knockaway of Keria is a big one, but the counter-strike catches all three, and Beryl gets so incredibly low, and now we got a TP coming in. Pyosik has to flash away. And that dive did not work out the way that...
It's a good one.
Mtech? What's it going to be? It's Cloud.
Oh, what happened there?
Yeah, well, we all know what happened there. That's why Pyosik has that skin. As bot lane turret is going to get taken with Pyosik charging onward.
And I mean, they're setting up for another one. Keria's not even that healthy, but yeah, not gonna overstay their welcome. Perfect. Okay, he's making a play in mid, and Guma has flash, but he says, "Well, I'm not gonna get out of here." Nearly kills Deft, but it's still a
good setup from Perfect, kind of reminiscent. Does everyone remember? Oh, more action coming.
Well, this is Beryl kind of alone. Not the first time we've seen this, and Owner just able to maybe get revenge. No, Beryl just flashing and Nimbus cloaking and trying to get out of here, but Keria says no.
It's really hard again to engage on these members of T1. Unless you can just knock someone down, Zeus is going to be spotted here. T1, that's the engage ult.
Yeah, the engage Braum coming on in, and it's Owner who is very tanky that they engage on. The Impale not going to hit anything. The cast is excellent, and down will go Keria, and Owner is left alone as well. KT Rolster pick up two, but now T1 trying to get something. BDD will have to flash away.
Oh,
he gets over the wall with the Q3, and now he's totally safe. KT are not done yet.
Oh, the health bars are low.
Oh boy.
BD is on fire on this pick.
All right, I know that they lost one game with it, but I think we had the right idea when we banned BDD.
On the table, we could see teams starting to set up and maybe look for some picks to set up for it. The damage is there to take down a Baron at the opportunity.
They're trying to get in here, and they're just lining up for the Yone once again. Zeus getting pretty low, but he is Jax, and they're engaging onto Jax Braum. That's not the best. Owner trying to get in with the Impale, but Faker gets cast into the team and left alone, and he should be going down. There he goes. Perfect trying to follow up, but he already did his job.
And the minions, again, favoring KT as he doesn't get the body slam.
It's better that he goes for it than that he sits back and does nothing, right? I guess.
He's calibrating.
Yeah, he's getting ready for the next one. And now we got a fight breaking up for some reason, or breaking out, as Owner tries to impale. Isn't going to get anyone. Faker just trying to run into Beryl.
Corner.
And Guma trying to do damage to Deft, as actually Zeus has a very good angle. Three-man stun comes in, and Zeus will get the kill, but down will go Faker. Owner is so low, but T1, they are kiting this one out in a very scrappy fight, as the Ashe and the Jax are going to have big value here. BDD not really finding his angle personally. And T1 kind of settling down here. Beryl.
Secret Agent Beryl.
He can, yeah, I mean.
It's Beryl.
Perry will chase him, that doesn't matter. T1 are going to get the Cloud Drake.
Yep, we'll get them up to that third. And Honestly, I think to me, the standout was Zeus, the angle he had on that fight. You know,
BDD shouldn't be tanking it, though. That is one thing. Has taken a little bit of damage, doesn't care, finds Owner, gets on in, the combo's there, but Carrier stands in front, but Owner is dead. Down he will go. Now the front line, a massive cask again! And Zeus is on the backside, he's alone, and he will be taken down. KT, they find the angle once again.
once again, BDD, the one to set it up, the one to lead the charge, the confidence to go into the Skarner, and now KT going to move back to the Baron. A lot of sustain between these champs, so the low health bar is not too much of a concern. No jungler, but T1 going to try and contest.
Beryl is looking, I think, for a back. Not going to be able to have the time. Does have TP available, but crucially, it's only damage. There's no jungler here, and it looks like T1 not going to be able to make it through. KT, they want to bring this to a game number 5.
Chill out, Mao.
Yeah,
relax.
come on.
It's a big advantage.
I want to watch game 5.
I'm sorry. You guys take it away.
But Guma's super low, so...
That's tower, and
Nice.
maybe even could push for a tier 2 here.
Yeah.
Like, Guma has to reset. They don't really have the wave clear. The next wave is coming up soon.
It's a very nice call from Def, just understanding the cooldowns. They do have a cannon here as well, and there's really no way to clear that out. Okay, finally Owner's going to get a rock in, but there's another one that comes in with another cannon wave. But they're not going to overstay. They're going to wait and get some backs in because there is a Cloud Drake coming up in 40.
T1 with 3, but definitely get a decent amount of value from that Baron. He's still the one's firmly in control.
I've calmed down. I'm
Welcome
ready,
back, Chronicler.
I'm ready to continue. Want to highlight as
No calming down. Faker, he's caught. He's up against the wall. The knockup comes in, but BDD's out of there very quickly. It will take a while to go down, and finally they do get him as the flash underneath the turret. Pyosik going deep, as now Honor trying desperately to get that finish off, but he will not be able to.
Outcome 41.
Take a look at this fight, and once again, Carrier, this time he's gonna be the target, and down he goes, just like that, right as the Baron spawns. And they say,
They have
okay.
eyes on the health. No flash on Owner. He can get over the wall, but it does make it more difficult, especially with BDD setting up those Q3s.
Beryl and Perfect also should be looking to play.
They don't know. Oh! He's in the pit, and it goes to Pyosik anyway. Oh, that was looking so disastrous, but Pyosik quick on to the trigger, and he gets that one down. Zeus is in here as well, and well, he's not very long for this one, as BDD is also coming on over. Beryl gets over the wall. Zeus gets denied from jumping over the wall, and KT have Baron.
A lot of the players on this team have been known to make some magic happen, and we are about to go to silver scrapes in this telecom war.
Got to maintain the pressure there up against T1, forcing them back. Like they don't have too many chances to get back to
They
this
got a
one.
fight.
Although,
They're trying to get Pyosik here, but he is just so tanky. Do they have the damage? The knockup comes in. The cast to save his life. And now we're kiting out KT, though. Owner gets in. Jax gets in. They're looking for Death. Death's in a bit of trouble, but the clutch comes in. He's okay. BDD gets into that back line and decimates the rest of T1. Carrier will be taken down, and we are going to silver scrapes 100%.
T1 trying to deny it with a pick on Pyosik, but BDD does not miss on this Yone. Gets the ult, gets both carries, and we're going to a game 5.
The defending world champions are going to be pushed to the brink. The Nexus surely to fall. No one standing for T1.
And there it is, the Alpaca.
I actually really like the T1 composition. There is so much long-range engage as
Level 1 hook shot coming on in. Do a little bit of harass coming in there, but Carrier is here. Trade a little bit back on a perfect. And actually a decent amount more than just a little bit. I mean, Ignite coming down here as well. Carrier really bullying both of them in the mid lane, just really using the shield as they
here.
rate.
Faker backing for Tyr, and a very early piece of magic resist. Is Perfect has ult.
On Vision was the Sejuani, but yeah, as you mentioned, you're not getting away from this one. Zeus trying his best. He's going to flash. He's going to try to ult away, but you cannot get away from the Camille. Do they have the damage to take down Zeus? Is the real question, as one will do it, and they take him down.
Dissuade you from having an impact later on.
Oh man, everybody is here.
They knew. With the AD carries still here.
It really just comes down to the smite, and it goes over to Owner, and now Barrel's going to go in looking for something extra. That's two people that are going to be slept up, but BDD finds Faker, trying to bait Zeus in as well, and that's a massive bullet time, but in goes Zeus, finds BDD. The first one to go down will be Owner, and now we've got Zeus caught in the pit amongst four of them. Is going to dash away as Guma finally makes his way over. Keria going to be caught by BDD as well, and KT.
Okay, but how much of that was a joke, Feldes? Actually, Atlas never doubted Barrel.
Atlas. Now we got Zeus, very similar spot. This time it's in the bottom lane. He gets the ult off, and it's really good timing right when the Permafrost comes in as well, so the damage not quite there. Meanwhile, a Jhin ult in the top side.
Yeah, good flash coming out from Zeus there to avoid the Sejuani ult. You can see the setup there, but they're doing a decent job of navigating that. Keria now here to threaten. Needs to be the one that gets the ball rolling for KT. If it has a lead, the difference is massive now.
Oh, ult's on Perfect. A lot of damage going down into this turret.
Yeah, I mean, Perfect's just going to stick around. He's trying to get that kill, and now we got a TP coming in. And here comes BDD behind them all as Keria is going to find the LeBlanc and give them some time. Damage is done, though, to Zeus. Oh, Perfect! He will live! And BDD is still here. He's looking for more. He wants more. And he's not going to have it. He's going to dash away. Pyosik as well does his job.
Just gold positive trade as Perfect. He is no longer afraid. Maybe he should be.
Maybe a little afraid.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, there was a chance, but with Pyosik not there, I mean, you don't really have to send it in.
By Mercs.
You see T1 trying to make an aggressive play here, but there's a lot of KT members in return.
Barrel just trying to throw himself into it and bait them into this fight as Ingo's perfect. Keeps Zeus around, but he dodges. That Sejuani ultimate lines up too. He's still alive, but down he goes. Trade of top laners as now BDD is coming up. Trying to punish Keria here, and it looks like T1 are just going to let it go. That's another kill over to BDD's LeBlanc. He is now 3-0.
Running!
A lot of running.
And they'll take that trade any day of the week. BDD going to try and pressure here, but...
Is he okay? I mean, the chains are going to land, and now he's barely going to stay alive.
He's fine. He's got, like, 80
Basically, do whatever she wants and deal effective true damage to everyone that is within her range is a really big deal.
And the other person who's also getting the gold.
Well, we're ulting the wave as in he goes, trying to clear it out and make sure that he's safe on the dive. There's the Q3, trying to dodge it, flashes away from Pyosik. Pyosik taking a huge amount of damage, but in comes Deft to try to trade it back, and they will get the kill, but man, Zeus made it pretty difficult as, once again, Faker's just taking a turret amongst all the action.
Yeah, about
again.
15 tower hits tank there, feels like, by Pyosik, but T1 are just playing for the objectives, and it's working.
All right, well, this is a Lilia. Can they actually get him down? Nice catch by Barrel Owner. In a lot of trouble. Just going to accept his fate and just try to hit the turret, I suppose. Does a little bit of damage, but Deft will be fed over a kill.
Working somewhat, we'll say.
Yeah, like you were fine on the cross, but again, T1 is 2k gold up. Despite everything that's happened, just because they've been able to get
Infernal
so many waves.
Trade of ult says, once again, Faker's hitting a turret.
That was really nice by Pyosik and Barrel to interrupt Keria. Oh my, that's a lot of damage.
He's going to get away for now, and he has flash. Can he get out is really the question. They'd have to go very deep to try to get Faker at this point.
Damage in a fight when BDD is around, though. Because BDD does the same amount of burst, but in a very short time frame.
We're ulting a Sejuani in the jungle, and now TPs are coming in. They're trying to keep him around for a very long period, at least.
Turn.
But yeah, Zeus going to have to unbound out of that one. And KT thinking about it. Thinking about the engage. Barrel going to go in. The big MF ultimate is just going to get the flash. And it's not too committal just yet. Owner only going to hit the front line. There's the sleep. It goes in onto the one. Oh! The ultimate catches 3, but immediately goes back. Perfect. He followed. And that might be the end of him as KT are in a lot of trouble. In goes Owner looking for a bit more. Barrel is caught out. Down will go BDD. T1. They find the angle in the fight, and Deft gets roped into it as well. And Pyosik, the only one to get out here.
As it turns out, it was just needing the One to be engaged. Off of the sleep of Owner, gets a multi-man engaged. That's Nash. That's another inner, unless... Oh, Pyosik.
I mean, there is
smite.
There is vision. Yeah, he doesn't have smite.
There's no way.
Well, they're going to send him away anyway, just in case. That's the Baron over to T1. And the rest of it is just cleanup. Zeus lines it up. And it's
still down in kills, but 7,000 gold lead. KT know how rough the game feels right now. And with that tower being taken...
Against the might and money of T1. I don't know. That's going to help a little bit.
Trying to catch Barrel. They really want to get him to use his ult. And now we got a potential sleep coming in here as there goes in Keria looking for a bit more. Oh! Nice by Kuma! And that might just do it. It's 2 kills to the Jhin. And look at this. BDD's going to go down as well. It's 3 kills just like that. And Faker once more. But already it is such a huge win to the side of T1 as they look to group in mid.
Pings are coming in. They do have the Misfortune ultimate to clear the wave. But T1 might try and interrupt, might try and just look for the pressure, look for the end here.
Looking like it. I mean, KT, they already lost 3 members. What can they do?
10 seconds on Barrel. Is that going to be enough? Perfect. He goes in trying to stall, but the Nexus turrets are falling.
Def can't get the angle.
They're just trying to do it. T1, they want to go to Worlds. Will they be able to? All they got to do